Okay, how are we doing? Thank you for tuning in today.
This is Conversating, Conversing and Relating.
Are you gonna say it?
I'm April Autumn.
I'm Coach Hughes. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. Hope we were cracking up because we barely made it. Barely made it.
Just by the
barely made it. Barely made it.
Chin. So yeah.
Danica.
Hey girl.
What's
how
happening?
You on?
Thank you for tuning in. Please share and with other friends. This is going to be a fun one. We hope this is going to be a fun one. Last one was kind of dry for us.
Very dry. We were like, what happened?
We realized it was
were we tired?
We were tired.
I think so.
We were tired. Yeah.
Were we just coming off of like Hurricane Beryl and all of that? What was going on?
We was coming off of life. Life was life in last week.
Life was lifing.
It was after Hurricane Beryl, but life was life in last week.
Okay.
Life was life in last week. But we still had a good week. I think we had a good week this week.
We did.
I was tired the whole week. You were tired the whole week.
I was very tired this week.
Exhausted with school and work on both ends for both of us.
Very much so.
We still made it. Still made it.
We did.
Yeah, we're gonna have to liven this up a little bit.
So
we almost didn't make it.
But we did. But the Lord saw us through.
Got that in your spirit.
In my spirit.
Not in your spirit, in your spirit.
Oh, before we get started, happy birthday, Felicia.
Shout out to Felicia.
Hey, girl.
Happy birthday.
Yes. She turned 21 last night.
She turned 21 plus 21.
Maybe 22.
21 plus 22?
I don't know.
She turned something. They let her in the club finally. That's what we know. She couldn't get in the club because of her age, and now she can get in the club. No problems. They let her in the club.
No problem.
They even let her get a drink. They even knew who she was. Let her get a drink. Shout out to Felicia.
We had an amazing time last night. First half of the night.
The first half was weird.
I don't even want to say half. Maybe the first 15 minutes.
20 minutes we was in that thing and we was out.
We were like, we visited a new spot, and I'm not going to say the spot because it is a Black-owned spot. And I support Black-owned spots. However, it just wasn't my kind of spot.
Yeah, it was in the hood.
That was not the reason.
It was in the hood.
That was not the reason.
It was in the hood.
Why would you do that?
It wasn't like a bad part of the hood. It used to be a bad part of the hood, but it's not a bad part of the hood now. Even though I'm saying that and realizing not a bad part and then putting hood on it is still an oxymoron. But it was it wasn't like you had the feeling that you were going to get robbed. It's right off the highway. It's Black-owned daiquiri / food shop. It was just not as big as they advertised.
Big.
It was musically fun, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to help this business out a little bit.
That's why I said don't say any names.
I'm not gonna say the name. I'm just saying.
You really gave some very distinguishing.
But I didn't. I said it was in the hood. There's a lot of businesses in the hood
that are
okay.
Okay. No.
Yeah, there's a lot of business in the hood. Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Conversating.
So, but it's in the hood and it's not as big as it was, or like they said it was. And then,
Catherine, why are you trying to call us out, man?
You know what? We're not gonna say.
We're not gonna say.
Look at my face, Catherine. We're not gonna say where it was. Okay, I'm not going to point out exactly where it was pertaining to your question. Okay, we're not going to say where it was.
I can't stand you. I cannot stand you. I can't.
But it was still safe. For me, it was still safe. I was strapped. So.
So basically, what you're saying is, if you are a woman without a strap over there, you can't go.
I tried to hold it in. No, I'm not saying because there were women in there. They were
working.
No, they were sitting at the table
and they were with the dude.
That's what the dude?
Yes.
I thought it was all girls. My bad.
No. We just told how many people were in the club too.
It wasn't really a club.
It's like not a club. It's a. Why would you say that? Because it wasn't like horrible.
Horrible. It's nicely put together.
It was. It was nice. I think they just needed
they need another location.
They do. Well, and here we go. I don't want to say that that area doesn't deserve to have a place that's nice and all of that. It just needed to be bigger too. I think that was the part of it. The part that I didn't like, I'm sorry, and you missed this probably, was the stank attitude. Can I take y'all? What you want?
I thought she was nice to me.
Yeah, of course she was.
Well, yeah.
Just like the dude in the club was nice to me.
Yeah, he was mean mugging me. Like I stole his only chance at opportunity. He just knew he had him a prospect.
Wrong answer.
This whole HBCU hat on.
Why are you calling people out again? Like, really?
That's at another spot.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, so yeah, we gotta. Oh, Jesus.
Should I give it a list? You know what? You should. I think you should. I still think we should support. It's right off the highway.
I would go. I mean, so we were going specifically for somebody's birthday, and I was just like, this is birthday status? Like, I'm really big about birthdays. Probably too big for birthdays.
Yeah.
I do way too.
Yeah.
I threw him a skate party.
Too much.
80s skate party for his birthday this year. I do a lot. I do. And people have said that. You loved it.
I didn't say I didn't love it.
However, comma.
There is no however, comma.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. Because next year
I was skating.
I could just give you a cupcake and kiss you on your forehead and we could be done.
That may be it.
Okay.
That may be it.
I'm good with it.
Long as you don't take me back to that spot.
That's fine. Shut up. If you like it, I mean,
the food was probably good.
And I was about to say that. So the food looked actually amazing. I was going to get a fried lobster tail.
They had like stuffed chicken, wings, and all kind. And I'm like, listen, if you got this kind of good looking food, and we should see if we should call Felicia and see if it tastes good. Because you
know what, we should, because she did eat. They got to go plates because they were like, yeah, this wasn't the vibe we were trying to go. She was like, they booed me on Instagram. They was looking on like it was popping up in him.
Look, you're a little bit embarrassed when you try to explain your situation to your guests. I didn't know it was this little on the inside. I thought it was big on the inside because on the pictures it looked big. Everybody was having fun, but
everybody, Felicia, like the 5 people that was in there.
We don't blame you for people not being at this establishment. It's okay.
It was fine. But yeah, I'm glad we had a good time at the establishment that we did go to. Should we shout out or no?
Urban Smoke, Social, and Urban Smoke.
We spent a lot of time on Urban Smoke on that side,
we spent
not
a lot
the
of time on Urban
side.
Smoke, not Urban Social.
Not the club side.
Well, we can. We just never go over there.
I haven't.
I go over there. The grown folk stuff is on Urban Smoke.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Stuff, Urban Smoke on Richmond Ave, Houston, Texas. Look up Urban Social. Right next to it is Urban Smoke. It's actually pretty nice. They had a live band yesterday.
Yeah, and sad thing, I meant to go up and ask her name. Totally forgot. I will say this. She was a member of Delta Sigma Theta, but her voice was beautiful. Did I just throw shade? I'm not throwing any shade. She was jamming.
Man, you got a woman running for president. You're all right.
I'm fine. I was just being facetious, but she was amazing.
Yeah, she was jamming.
She was amazing. We had an amazing time, and then the DJ came on, and then we were still jamming and had a little hookah. You had a little smoke, a little drink, a little sip. It was nice. A nice vibe. It was a nice vibe. So yeah, it was funny because there were some older women. I don't want to say older. They were probably my age. They were probably like 50.
Yeah.
And so there's some song came on and they were talking about DJ, you need to run that back because that's back in the day when we used to make love. Men don't know how to make love no more. And I was like, oh my God.
I'm sitting right there like, I'm right here. I
was like, Not all of them, but some
Yeah,
of them do.
yeah. Catherine says, "Did y'all didn't eat? No, we didn't eat there. We didn't eat. We wanted to.
I don't know if you would have eaten there a lot because it had a lot of seafood, and you don't eat seafood.
It was seafood.
Yes.
It was seafood. Yeah. Seafood.
Yes. So
50 and older. Yeah.
Yes, I'm 50 plus.
She ain't number 52. She ain't. You act like
that's plus.
Plus what? 2? I'm 30 plus. Plus 2.
You make me so sick sometimes. You really do.
I don't get it.
Oh.
I don't get it.
You don't get what?
This 40 plus. Just say 52.
I'm 52. Do you like it? Is that better for you? Did that make you feel good about yourself just because you're nowhere close to 50?
Not yet.
Anyway, I gave him the hard eye roll. Hard.
Yeah, the hard eye roll.
Hey, Angel.
She didn't get that other HBCU dude.
You know what, you guys? So,
Captain says I'm plus.
Hey, plus. Yes, get it, boo. I'll take plus. Angel, you doing good? Glad to see you here. So yeah, those were our escapades last night, but we had a really good time. Yeah, hey girl.
Yeah, it was good. And I think Felicia had a good time and her boyfriend had a good time. Shout out to the boyfriend. Can't forget about him.
Did you forget his name though?
Yeah, I forgot his name. I'm not good with names. I know his face.
You aren't.
He's a health coach. He's a
trainer.
He's a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a trainer. So, you know,
Jack.
Mm-hmm. Well, he is jacked.
He is jacked. So it should see. Look at that. Yeah. Association.
Jack is jacked. Okay.
All right.
But they had fun and we had fun. It was a good time. I didn't pass out.
HBCU. That was a whole nother conversation, child. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if we should go into that conversation because it was funny, but it was like, it was nice, but then he went like over, like it was too much. So I walked in with my cousin and her man, Jack, and we just checking out the spot, listening to the music vibe, and
we just got to Urban Smoke.
Yes. Yeah. Jamon was not with me. And this man locked eyes with me. And I was like, nod, smile, and I'm still vibing with the music. Because I'm not rude. I'm just like married. And so I turn back and I'm scanning the room. I'm looking for a waitress, trying to figure out where we're going to sit, what we're going to do. And he is like on me. And I'm like, okay, I've nodded. I've smiled. I feel a little heat. Okay.
Staring a hole through you.
Then Jamon walks in and kisses me on the cheek, and I turn around and I kiss him. And literally, he was like, and I was like, oh, no, what to tell you. So we go sit down. The whole time we're seated, he like this.
Yeah, he was staring hard. I looked at him twice, and he looked at me like, you motherfucker. And I'm looking at him like, what? What did I do?
Nothing.
It's like you with the girl I
don't know why he thought.
I worked hard at staring at her when she came in the door. I should have got them digits.
But anyway, it was really interesting. So
it was really interesting, and it was fun for the whole night. Was it Miriam Echo? You know what? No. I don't know. We don't even know.
The name of the place?
No, the name of the lady that was singing.
Oh, I don't know, but I do know that she was there again today for brunch.
Yeah, which we missed.
We did.
But I mean, you weren't eating today for your fasting.
Okay.
Tell them about your fasting. No? You want to tell them about your fasting?
We're just taking up almost 20 minutes of just like in the news today. I'm sure people came for some information, even though last week was a little dry. We came for some information, right?
We're going to get to that. Go ahead and tell them about your fasting.
So I am doing alternate day fasting.
Mhm.
And
with what kind of diet?
with carnivore diet, which means
She's
that
a vampire. That's what it means.
you are so silly.
That's not what it means.
I'm only eating meat. In particular, I'm only eating really beef. I'm not eating any chicken. Oh, I did when I went to College Station, I had lamb. I was disappointed.
You was disappointed.
I was.
Okay.
It was not good.
Okay.
But yeah. So basically I think it's been really good. So I'll eat. Tomorrow will be my feast day, and I'll eat, and then the next day I won't. So every other day. And it's about 36 hours where I don't eat.
And how much weight did you lose?
I've lost 25 pounds so far
25
in the past
pounds.
month.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I mean, you look
Thank
amazing, as you always do. Right?
Thank you.
But you look even more amazing because you lost the weight. You're feeling good about yourself.
I feel really, really good about myself. And it was really something that I wanted to do for me. So I appreciate your support. So, yeah. So I see that you have pulled this up.
Yeah, I pulled up.
Pull up.
What we're going to talk about today is dating you. Listen, this is going to be a little bit interesting, okay? We're going to try to finagle through this, but we're going to talk about dating you. What does that look like? Okay.
Yeah.
We said dating me, but we really mean dating yourself.
Yeah.
Right. What does that look like?
Me dating me.
Right.
What does that look like?
Would you date you right now if you were single?
I would.
You would?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm amazing.
I don't know if I date me.
Why? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Because sometimes I want to be emotionally available, but sometimes I don't.
You make me so sick sometimes. Oh my God. Like, but you are emotionally available.
If I was single, I wouldn't be emotionally available all the time.
Why?
I don't know. I just would pick and choose. Like if it was Monday.
I don't think that's true.
I'd be emotionally available.
I don't think that's true.
Like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm emotionally available.
Like alternate day fasting? Yeah. You know what? I don't think that's true. Because when we were dating, you were just, it was on.
Yeah, because it was you. That wasn't like that for everybody. That's why everybody didn't win.
Okay. That's fair.
What's the goal for today?
So this is just really us like really going through what a guided journey of self-discovery could look like. Like you discovering you, what you like, what you don't like, all the parts of you, even those hidden things that you hide from yourself and others. So those things that impact your life on a larger scale that we tend not to talk about. So we hope that people are more self-aware. And in dating yourself, you'll be able to date others in a more intentional way. Right? What do you think about that, babe?
I mean, you just got to have goals. Got to have dating goals, and you got to learn yourself. And if you don't know what you like, stop expecting other people to know what you like.
Right.
They're not mind readers.
Right.
You know, you got to date yourself. You got to get used to yourself. You got to be in tune with who you are. And that's just what it is. Some people don't know who they are truly. And then they get surprised when they realize while they're in the dating process that there's certain stuff about certain people or, you know, when they're dating that they don't even like.
Right. Yeah. Because they've never figured out like what they like. Right. I think Angel said something in the chat about what she's trying to figure out.
What'd she say? Angel, what you say, girl? I'm still trying to see what dating me looks like. That's good.
Well, you are in the right place tonight. You are
good.
In the right place tonight because that's really what we're going to talk about, like how we look at dating yourself. And the other thing is, if you need assistance with this and you want to talk to a professional, please consider services with the Obsidian Lux Group. We offer all kinds of services. We both have a free group. My lovely husband is going to be adding a closed men's group, which I think is going to be very powerful because our women's group is closed and we really get down to the nitty gritty. By the way, ladies, if you're in here, I'm excited about this week. I know last week y'all were like, we're doing this thing with bedroom candy. Yeah, we did. It was interesting, but we're going to go back to our normally scheduled programming and do some other things. So, yes.
Yeah. Men's group.
Yes.
Right.
All right. So what is dating mean? Like we've said this a lot, dating you, dating me, dating yourself, right? It's also known as self-dating. And it's the practice of putting time into yourself, putting that energy into yourself, right? Whenever we meet someone, right, we put a lot of energy, time, focus on them and that relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All the butterflies and planning things and stuff like that. But it's rare when people take out that time to get to know themselves, understanding their needs, their wants, their desires. And really, this is the one, listening to themselves.
They don't want to listen to themselves.
There are people that I know, they're like, I'm with me all the time. I spend all this time by myself. I'm like, but are you just in silence and are you just ignoring yourself?
Yeah.
Most of the time, that's true.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to yourself on some of these things.
Right.
You don't want to talk to yourself because the reason you don't want to talk to yourself is the last time you listen to yourself, you feel like you got in trouble. So you just be blocking yourself out.
I don't want to think about it.
You're not listening to intuition or whatever the case may be.
Right. So these are just some things to consider on the journey of dating you. Okay. So one thing that we do want to do is for you to call in and talk to us. This isn't just us telling you information. We really want to hear from you, babe.
I'm still sharing right now just to make sure. Yeah, I want people to call in, tune in, all kinds of stuff because this is good information for everybody to check out.
All right.
And it's something that everybody could use because everybody is known that it's about to be cuffing season. Hot girl summer's over. The kids going back to school.
I'm so glad you mentioned cuffing season because I want people to do plushing season.
Ooh,
and
that?
Plushing is in season, out of season, it all throughout the year. And plushing is really about pleasing yourself, loving and liking yourself, understanding yourself, seeing yourself, hearing, helping yourself. It's an acronym that we've come up with in our practice to help people on this journey of dating themselves, getting to know themselves. One of the questions that we ask is, happiness is an inside job. Are you working on it?
Oh,
yeah. And you should be working on your happiness. So if you could, please call in. Babe, what can you tell them what the number is?
Well, the number is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. That's the 346-800-4639. Call in live. Don't be ashamed. You ain't got to give your name.
No.
We'll keep it secret. Okay. Just call in and speak your opinion on what we're talking about any point in time. All right. All right. So let me go right here. Let's go to the next one right quick because we got a lot of things to get through.
Yes.
All right.
So the first thing to consider is the most important relationship you will have in your life is the relationship with yourself. And yet we ignore that relationship. We don't listen to ourselves. We don't listen to our bodies. We don't listen to that intuition, right? Your gut that tells you don't do that. That ain't gonna turn out well. That's gonna be bad.
Stop dating DJs. Stop dating strippers. It ain't gonna turn out like you thought it was.
And we are like, oh well, it's fine. We need to give it a shot. We don't know.
This person's different,
right? They just need my help.
Nobody needs your help because you don't even take your own help, baby.
So
don't nobody need your help.
Really understanding that is the first thing and really grappling with this dating yourself. Like this is my most important relationship. And that will help you. Like when you are focused on yourself and other people like, don't you want to do this? No, I have plans with me. I have time to spend with me. I need to do things for me.
Why don't we want to do things for ourselves though? It's like we can easily see, I want to do this for them. I want to do this for her. But we can rarely see, well, did you do it for yourself? Oh, I'll be all right. I'll be okay.
Well, we're taught that we put everybody in front of us.
Yeah.
And then we deal with ourselves last. That even that Bible, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So we say do unto others and think we should do all these things for others, but not do things for us.
Right. Got to do for yourself.
Right.
So you can do for others.
Right.
Got to keep yourself together.
Right.
So you can help keep the one you want to be with or the one you're in a relationship up to par. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's definitely what you got to do. We're going to dig deeper into that. Though.
Yes.
I have a feeling of. All right.
Yes. So start a journaling or self-talk practice. Right.
Right.
So a lot of people are like, well, I need to talk to myself. Like, you should talk to yourself.
Right.
I talk to myself all the time.
I definitely talk to myself.
And sometimes we have a lot of, here's the thing. I talk to a lot of people, as you know, and they think that the negative talk that's in their head is typically in their voice.
Right.
And it's not. No. I'm like, why would you tell you, girl, you so dumb. Girl, you so stupid. Dude, you dumb. Why would you do that? Somebody told you that. And because they told you so many times, it becomes in the voice that you're used to in your head, which is your voice.
Yeah.
That's not it. So when you start saying positive things out loud, when you start putting your voice in the air and opening your throat chakra, then yes, I said throat chakra. Some people gonna feel a way about that.
If you learn, women have been in tune with chakras, so let's not pretend like we don't know energy. Yeah. Throat chakra is a real energy. It's a real thing. Mm-hmm. All right. Just like your sixth sense or your mind chakra is a real thing.
Right.
So when you speak with your throat chakra, you do what?
You are using your voice and being in tune with your body, yourself, and listening. So when you talk out loud, when you give voice to things, you are practicing the agency and autonomy over the temple that you have, which is your body, right, which is your mind, right, your thoughts, all of those things. So it makes you in control. A lot of times, if you keep it in your head, it doesn't resonate. It just bounces against the walls that are in your head. Yeah. And so it never you never really see it or get to analyze it. Right. I like to have people think about when it comes out of your mouth, it's like writing on the wall. So you can actually really see what that says.
Right. I get it. Uh-oh. She
Hi,
says,
Mom.
I thought most women did that. Remember when you were growing up, I always had my special day just to myself. I thought most women did, but I was wrong. Yeah. They used to. I would say they used to. They don't do that no more. Or they don't know what it is. Like they just stop at hair and nails, toes, a little shopping, some mimosas somewhere where they don't have to deal with everyday life or people. And they think, okay, that's my reset. That's me taking care of myself.
Right. That's not necessarily like talking to yourself or understanding yourself. Right. And some people do that. You're right. Mommy, I'm just going to say, I'm sorry. I don't think that you're on that trajectory because you chose to elevate your thinking about things. I'm just going to say that. Yeah. You did. You had a lot of stress raising me and my brother, especially me. I know I wore your nerves out. It's okay. I'm sorry. I was talking about you the other day, Ma. I was saying we were talking about stages of development, and when children, my favorite stage is between 3 and 4 when children are very curious. And I remember having several imaginary friends. And I know I talked a lot. I can only remember one time that my mom told me, be quiet. And that was because I was talking over her. Most of the time she'd be like, you should talk to your imaginary friends about that. I'd be like, that's a good idea. and I'm still talking, but I'm not talking to her. She can just like zone out. So most parents don't do that. So kudos to you, Mom. You did something for you to like focus on you, and then you allowed me to practice self-talk so I could have that agency at a time.
I don't even know if I had imaginary friends when I was growing up. I just talked.
There you go.
I had to look at a certain direction, and it had to look like open field or whatever. Right?
Okay.
Like when I was growing up in California, we had a very huge footballish style front yard.
Right.
And that's because a house had been bulldozed and all this other stuff, and it was just a lot of land. So I would stand at the back of the field, front yard, and talk out that way.
Oh.
Yeah. And I felt like my words were going that way. So it would go somewhere and magically reach the person or whatever I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Please let Jenny ask me out and be her Valentine's, because I'm in the 3rd grade and I want a Valentine's and I know it's tomorrow. So please let me get a Valentine's. And then I was talking that way.
Okay. Yeah. And did it reach Jenny?
Nah, she ain't give me shit. Jenny didn't give me anything. I got it from somebody else, but it wasn't Jenny though.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Jenny.
Okay. No. We got a couple of things in the chat.
It wasn't Jenny. Kimmy says, is that similar to talking to yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is it. Yeah. Definitely. Like, and I have to speak out to myself to collect my thoughts and analyze things. Yes. Yeah. That's it.
Definitely.
That's it. You're putting those words in the air. And then sometimes you turn those words into affirmations. You turn those words into prayers, into meditation, goals, objectives, manifesting.
Yeah.
That's where all of these things start, right?
Yeah.
You have to get comfortable with opening your mouth. What the old folks say, baby? Mama used to say this. A closed mouth don't what?
Don't get fed.
Closed mouths don't get fed. So you have to open your mouth and speak things, put it into existence.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you saying that, Kimmy.
That's what's up. I want to journal more, but I don't when I want to start, and if I should, I don't know, I guess. Because I don't like voice recording, but I like writing it down. Well,
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like some people will write bullets, they're bullet journals, where you're just writing bullets of things that you're thinking about. It doesn't even have to be. Here's the thing, and this is why I don't like to write things. That's why I said self-talk practice as well, because I don't write. Whenever I start writing things, I try to make it pretty and sound great and grammatically correct. And then it becomes very performative. So I stop. But when I'm talking, try, all the country grammar and everything.
Right.
Let me tell you about when I went down to the street and da-da-da-da-da. That's what it sounds. And it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else but me. I'm encouraging you to give yourself the permission for whatever comes out, whether it's voice or written, it just comes out.
Right.
It just comes out. It does not have to make sense to anybody else but you.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And one of the things you may see all of these books in front of me, these are journals that I've had at one time. And like, I don't know if y'all can see, but there are things I've gone back and looked at them. Like some days I ain't write nothing. I'm just being real. This is real. Some days I put stickers or one of these notes. I said, sowing and reaping. What are you expecting to reap? It was just a reminder. So, yes, you got to start sometime, right?
You got to start sometime.
And somewhere.
I do journaling and then I do the voice recording thing. Of course, you turned me on to that. So I like both. I think journaling, if you write it down, it leaves a good legacy to show progress, to show probably where you're stuck at, because you go back and read it.
Yeah.
And you see the same thing that you wrote or something similar. And see that, dang, I was stuck in this for this long a period, especially if you keep the dates. I like making sure I put the dates.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So nourish your body.
Yes.
P-I-E-S. I-E-S. P-I-E-S. I-E-S-P-I-E-S.
Okay, you took it too far.
That's too far?
Too far. I'm sorry. Now, we are talking about nourishing your body with food, right? Thinking about what you put in your body, right? there are things that can be bad for your body, and there can be great things. Think about, and this goes back to listening to your body.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you eat certain things?
Yeah.
And doing this alternate day fasting, I will say this is really helping me tune in to what gives me energy, what keeps me full, what I like, what I don't like, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So on that plate, I'm seeing lots of cheese. And me and cheese have had a long, loving, lustful relationship for a very long time.
You sound like Urkel.
I love cheese. I'm sorry. Right. So that's one part, the eating part. But then there's also that's the physical, right? Looking at the physical. And the physical can also include exercise, right? Taking care of your body, listening. Is your body in pain?
My wrist hurt.
Why do you think I'm looking at you like that?
My wrist hurt.
No. Why am I looking at you like that? Because somebody does not like to do what?
What?
Go to the doctor.
Oh, yeah. I hate going to the doctor.
But I'm encouraging you.
I hate going to the doctor because of the bills, even with insurance.
Listen.
I like going to the doctor, but it just costs too much sometimes, even with insurance.
Sometimes you have to listen to your body, and when it is in pain, it's telling you something's wrong. So please take care of me.
Oh, yeah, I go. Y'all don't have to bill me. I go.
Yeah.
Catch me if you can.
Mm-hmm.
But I go.
Thank you. You do not. True? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Exercise, listening to your body, like walking and stretching and things of that nature. That's all the physical. And that's typically what people are thinking about when they're thinking about nourishing their body, right?
Right.
But then there's that that intellectual piece, babe. And I will tell you, I'm going to just say, when we met, one of the things that I love, I still love about you is the intellectual feeding that you do of your mind. Like you are researching, you are like really looking at things. You like the debate, the verbal, what do you call it?
Verbal sparring.
The verbal sparring.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So like that was there, that thirst for knowledge and education and protecting. It also goes to protecting your mind against things that are not so great for it. Like when my mom used to say this, protect your ear gates and your eye gates. Yeah. Like, what is that?
But you got to feed those ear gates. You know where that comes from? Let me be honest. Okay. I was when Cat Williams, that famous Cat Williams interview on Shannon Sharp, where he was like, I read 70 books a month or whatever he said he read.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was you.
Yeah, I can relate to that because I was the guy reading the dictionary. We took a lot of trips in the car. Okay. We traveled from Northern California down to Southern California and then drove all the way across to Alabama.
Like that's like driving in Texas from the top to the bottom across side to side.
We went Northern California because we stayed in Northern California, drove to Central California, and then drove all the way across to Alabama, Tennessee, North, South Carolina in a car.
Right.
So in those days, you had VHS. We traveled in a Ford Econoline van. We had VHS. We had a nice sized TV in the van, plush leather seats, or plush crushed velvet seats. They were blue, regular blue carpet, crushed velvet carpet in there. It was a plush van. But you could only watch Fox and the Hound
for so many times.
101 Dalmatians and trade off between what I want to watch versus what my younger sister wants to watch on VHS, so many times. So we brought the dictionary, we bought paper and pen or paper and pencil and stuff like that and other books. And so I would sit there and I'd read the dictionary. And I can tell you for a fact, if you start from Northern California, Brown, Sacramento, by the time you get to right in the middle of Texas, you should be finished with the A's in the dictionary.
Got it.
You should be done with the A's.
Got it.
All the B's.
I used to do the encyclopedia. We had the Encyclopedia Britannica. My mom would always, thanks, Mom. She would always renew that. I'm like, girl, how many do we need? But I guess
2 books.
Those two.
Zoo books. You just get in the scholastics. You know, you was somebody. Because you got them paper ass zoo books. No real paperback, just zoo books.
Then there's also emotional, nourishing yourself emotionally, right? Listening to your emotions, going in, normalizing having emotions and experiencing those emotions. And then spiritually, like getting in touch with your spiritual self.
That's the dangerous part.
What you mean?
Spiritually.
Say more.
Because spiritually, if you don't know what you're doing, you gotta be lost in some things.
Well,
okay. So just the reason I go further into knowledge, especially spiritual knowledge, and I always like to challenge people who are so church bound and hiding behind the church and the Bible, or any book for that matter, is because socialization. You know, I go back to the first question I say is, what did Black people worship before we were given Christianity when we came to the United States or to the colonies? And even though Christianity was around in Africa and some parts of Africa, it wasn't widely accepted. So what were we doing when it comes to spirituality? Our ancestors, so forth and so forth, depending on what tribe and what country you're from in Africa.
Right.
What were you worshiping?
Right.
So at the end of the day, I go a little bit deeper. I don't take things at face value, and I try to disprove what's being constantly shoved in my face. Right. That's how the intellect and the thirst for knowledge and reading the dictionary comes into play with the I part. All right, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob. What's up?
The discipline it takes to nourish your body with diet and proper exercise is very good for your mental health. That is correct.
Yes.
That is correct. This guy never misses. Just like when he shoots his arrow, he never misses.
You shooting arrows?
He shoots bows and arrows.
Okay.
You gotta check out his YouTube. He does bow and arrow.
Got it.
Check out his YouTube.
Drop it in the chat, Jacob. Drop it in the chat.
All right. So keep going. Next, we got try something new. This is hard for a lot of people because a lot of people are scared to step out of their comfort zone when they are replenishing their self, replenishing their energy, replenishing their mental, physical, emotional. They are scared to try something new. They're scared to get out of the box. And what I can tell you is, if you're in the process of replenishing yourself, revitalizing yourself, reformatting yourself in any one of those categories, you got to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. You don't know you like it until you try it. You don't know that you're actually afraid until you're actually right there and confronted with it. And you may realize you're not as afraid as you thought. We have the picture of the whitewater rafting, right?
Remember when we went ziplining?
Ziplining. I was scared. And then I wasn't scared in the middle of the first zip line.
Yeah.
Right? I was scared. I was like, this
we about to die.
This ain't gonna go. They gonna leave us out here. This ain't gonna go.
Mine was jumping into the
cave dive.
Into the cave. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna hit my head.
I didn't know that water was that deep right there.
It was deep. So, but all we're saying is this: there are lists that we say. Some people call it their bucket list.
Yeah.
Right. Today or one day I'm going to do X, Y, and Z and A, B, and C at 1, 2, and 3. Right. We don't know that we're ever going to get to that magical day down there. You just have to make a decision
to do it.
To decide, okay, I'm going to do this, and schedule it. And do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
And realize some things you are never too old to do.
Ever.
I'm sorry. This is why I hate the slave mentality that comes into play. You too old to be doing that. Some stuff, yes, absolutely. You're too old to be doing it.
What?
Other stuff, which is mainly the majority, you're not too old to be doing.
I'm trying to think of something I'm too old to be doing.
Dressing like you're 15?
Some people would say that that's what I did today.
No. That ain't, yeah.
Okay.
Cross colors, that's what that is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that's perception too.
That is perception.
That's perception.
But what I would say is there's a lot of stuff that you're not too old to do.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Stop letting other people ruin your fun simply because they're mad that they can't do it. Because if they would do it before you, they would look at you like, why are you not doing it?
Right.
And they would literally forget intentionally that they just told you that you were too old to do it while doing said thing that they just said you were old enough to do.
Right.
So definitely try something new. I went whitewater rafting.
I have too.
I love it.
I have too.
Chattanooga River, love it.
I did it for my birthday one year. Was it when I turned 50?
Yeah.
It was when I turned 50. That was the year that I first went ziplining, and at 50. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At 50.
First time ziplining was with you at the thing.
No, it was 49. I was almost 50.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else? I swim with sharks too. That one I can do without. I was like, girl, what's wrong with you?
I want to start new hobbies and also start a business.
Look at that.
But first I want to try it before I want to start the process of starting a business. I research a lot about different things I want to do.
Good.
You should definitely
talk to people.
Yeah, definitely.
Get a mentor, have conversations, but also there's nothing wrong with ideating. What are all the ideas that you have about a business?
Yeah.
What's your passion?
Yeah.
What is it? So that when you go, you'll have some idea of maybe what it is that you want to do.
Also, at the end of the day, you got to just jump in sometimes. You have a phone in your hand, right? It's full of information. Now it also has AI. Okay. It also sneaks listen to you when you least suspect it.
All right.
However, the information that you seek on how to do something is literally in your phone. And all you have to do is type that information in. And there's a plethora of ways that'll just pull up anything on how you want to do. Even if you want to try something new, you can literally say, try something new in my 50s, try something new in my 40s.
Or in my area. Yeah.
It's always something. Throughout all of my 30s, I convinced myself that by the time I reached age 40, life would get easier. But when I got there, I realized that wasn't so. It never gets easier. You just get better.
So I'm glad you said that, J. Cole, because a lot of times people think, and this is one of the slides actually, that when I get to this age, when I find a relationship, when I have this job, when I get this promotion, whenever this magical unicornish thing happens, things will get easier, better. I'll be happy. I'll be this. I'll be that. That doesn't happen until you make it happen.
And even when you make it happen, that doesn't mean everything is going to align for you to get what you think you now want. Now you have these things in play.
No. So this self-discovery, this unraveling you and looking at you helps you to determine what it is that you actually want in life.
Yeah.
Maybe the things that I'll say for a long time, I was like, I need to do this career because this is what people have told me makes money and da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
And then I was like, this isn't even what I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I knew I bounced around in what I wanted to do until I went into my actual career. I thought I was going to be in sales all my life because I just love meeting people, talking to people, selling stuff, whatever the case may be. And I was good at it. I was good at it.
Yeah.
And so I made a lot of money in it, but then I realized sales can only take you so far without a degree because that's what they wanted at the time. Went back to school, got a degree in IT, which I didn't know I loved because I liked one thing I sold that I was really good at was electronics and cell phones.
Right.
Mainly cell phones.
Right.
So, I fall into IT and then now I'm pivoting after almost 20 years of IT into social work. Because I realized I was good at that too.
Yeah.
Thanks to my wife. Thanks to my wife.
Sometimes.
Thanks to my wife. I suck at sales. You know what?
It's okay. What? Then that's not for you. And it's okay.
That ain't your ministry.
It is. It ain't your ministry.
If sales is not what it is, especially as a woman, because not a lot of women suck at sales. They just
do well.
Yeah. You were selling today.
Oh, I was. Okay. Next. Come on. But I wasn't even trying. I guess that makes it good. Okay. Never mind.
There you go. Proving my point.
Practice saying no. I think we're a society of overextending and overdoing a lot. And I'm not saying men don't do it, but women do it a whole lot.
Men do it a whole lot.
Ag-
Yeah, men do it but it looks different because
yes.
when we say no, it looks like passive aggressiveness or passiveness. But that's our way of saying we're not saying no. Because when a man says no, it's a hard
no.
It's a no.
And that's what I mean. I guess women, it takes so much for us to get to the no. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay, I guess I can. All right, let me see. Oh, such need me to visit. Okay. Oh, no, I'm exhausted. I can't give anymore. And then when you think you can't give anymore, you give again. I'm like, stop it.
Saying that, listen, there's a wonderful power of no.
It is.
And it frees you of so many things. Like if you just would say no to that one person or one situation, if you would just say, you know what, I ain't doing this shit no more. I'm not. Yeah. No. And just left it at that and walked off, didn't give an explanation, just stood in your no.
Because no is a complete sentence by itself. Just no.
The word in no, dot, period. It's
done.
Like, period. That's what some new women say. No. Just say no. Say you're not putting up with it. You don't even have to say no to somebody. You can say no to yourself with certain habits and things and experiences that you keep doing over and over that just drains you.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. No, I'm not going through this emotional turmoil. No, I'm not going to be emotionally available for people who like to abuse me. No, I'm not going to so forth and so forth and so forth.
And you don't even have to explain all that. It could just be, no.
Yeah, no, not going to do it.
Life got better for me when I learned to slow down, appreciate the simple things, and I started setting goals and putting up boundaries to maintain my mental and emotional well-being. Yes, sir.
Boy, be cooking.
Yes, sir. And that was you saying no to people. I'm sure those boundaries are real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boundaries are definitely real.
Say.
By the time I got to no, it's practically a hell no. But you know what, CC, it shouldn't be a hell no, because that means you had to reiterate the no the first time. Like it should be no, and whatever else you're gonna say after that, it's like bouncing off my ears because I've already given you the answer. If you have to say hell no just to reiterate the no, that ain't the person you need to be talking to.
That's that frustration, and I think as women, so again, that's what I mean. We feel like we have to give and give and give and give and give and give and give, and then we're tired, but we give again, right? Join the nap ministry. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's the nap ministry. Take a break. It's okay. You can say no.
Yeah.
You can say no.
No is good.
Yep.
No is good.
Hello.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting.
Yes, number 6.
This is where it gets interesting.
Oh, we could turn the 6 up. Never mind.
Oh, no, we're going to talk. We here now.
No, I wasn't saying. I was saying 6. No, never mind.
6 9. 6.
Damn, you fine.
Hold on, let me see what she.
Get low. Get low. I'm sorry.
Get low.
I have a problem with saying no, and then I feel bad. And I also apologize too much for stuff just to keep the peace. Okay, you know what that says? You need to go into you. Yeah, you have become the people pleaser. You become the peacemaker of everything, even when there's a lot of hell going on. All right? It's not your responsibility to make sure everybody is okay. It's your responsibility to make sure that you are okay first. And we talked about this.
Yeah.
All right? So, we definitely going to work on that, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
To the window.
Hey, to the wall. Uh-huh. To the sweat drop down the floor. To all keep. Okay, stop it.
Right.
Pleasure yourself. There's nothing wrong with self-love. And we're talking about that kind of self-love. So for more We have
Masturbation.
we have so for those of you who don't know, I am a certified sex therapist, and we talk a lot about sex, not only sex with a partner or other partners, but sex with yourself.
Sex with self is important.
Yeah, as Rihanna would say, sex with me, sex with me.
Sweet was telling y'all she was touching herself back in early 2000s. Y'all ain't listen.
But also touching yourself, pleasing yourself, finding pleasure for yourself is not just for women.
Oh, it's for men too.
It's for men too. You all should be pleasing yourself. It not only helps with other relationships, but it helps you to know what you like, what you don't like, where you like to be touched, where you don't like to be touched. What are your erogenous zones, and what just
this the nasty part.
It is not nasty.
Nah, I'm just playing.
It is not nasty. It's nasty.
Scientifically, men especially are supposed to please themselves because it helps clean the pipes.
Yes.
And if you look at that scientifically, the reason you have to do that is because your body scientifically produces a lot of sperm on a daily basis. A lot. So if you don't clean them pipes out at least twice a week, you are going to be dealing with stuff like that men face: prostate cancer, testicular cancer. You can deal with birth defects that could happen. Okay. Got to keep a fresh batch of those little swimmers in you at all times. Okay. Scientifically, I'm just saying, you got to choke that chicken.
You know what?
Choke that chicken. What is you doing? Choke that chicken. Just
so yeah, you should not have to depend on other people to help you with that. You can do that yourself. And you know, the thing is, we know exactly what gets us off.
Yeah.
At least you should know.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. A lot of even men, they don't know what gets them off, even though it's so easily to get them aroused.
Right. Okay? I like that you said that, baby.
Let me
Thank
say that
you.
Again. A lot of men don't know what gets them to that hallelujah, fireworks, fireworks, fireworks. But they know what gets them aroused. And ladies, let me put you up on game. Just because he was able to get aroused when he was around you doesn't mean he know what he likes.
No.
50% of the time, let me also put you up on game, in the beginning stages as far as adolescence up to 25.
Yeah. Prefrontal cortex still developing, all of that. Go ahead.
That means 50% of the time, you didn't do it by yourself. He got aroused all by himself.
The wind could have helped. Yeah. Or something mentally that they were thinking in the moment.
Lasagna. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, okay? So
blowing up. Lord of Jesus.
I'm just saying, you have to understand that sexual pleasure of yourself is something that is needed to discover yourself, and it's scientifically needed for men. If you don't want the higher probability of having birth defects, stuff like testicular cancer, where you have to lose a testicle in some cases, okay? Because you need both testicles to mix what ends up being the semen. I'm just speaking scientifically now. We made the jokes and all that stuff. But scientifically, you need both testicles to mix what is called the semen that makes. And even though there's operations to fix that, okay, you still don't want to put yourself in that position, okay?
Ladies, I just feel like you need to know what makes you have an orgasm. For women, we typically don't know what helps us to have an orgasm. So we're just waiting for our partners to figure that out, whether it's a male or a female partner. They're just like, okay, they're going to figure it out. No, that is not your partner's responsibility. It is your responsibility to find out, oh, so if this is done and that is done, then, yes.
Yeah.
That's your responsibility. And once you find it, thank you. Yeah.
You said it, Jay. I thought it. That's right. Yeah. Scientifically supports prostate health as well.
Yes.
Exactly. that's another thing. That's what I'm telling you. For guys, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different for guys. I can't speak for women, but for guys, scientifically and health-wise, you need to be ejaculating at least twice, at the very least once a week, because of how much sperm you produce, especially in your earlier years. And here's a newsflash. If your Johnson, your pecker, your chicken, whatever you want to call it, if your sausage does not even work anymore, and you have both of your testicles, you still produce sperm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
Which even higher as you get older, it raises your risk of different issues that you can have in your genital area.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So again, when he say he need to get that off, he need to get that off scientifically. Okay. That's just, listen, a guy's G-spot, God was really messing with us, because it's your prostate. Your prostate is your G-spot.
That's a whole nother conversation we're going to have when we talk about sex with me, when it's sex with each other.
Yeah.
And really explaining the anatomy, as Sierra says later. It starts with knowing your own anatomy and then being able to, again, that blueprint in the anatomy area, as far as sex is concerned. This is what is going to get me off.
Yeah.
If you want us to have amazing, and who wants to go into a relationship like, I want to have mediocre sex. What about you? No, goodbye. I want to have amazing sex.
Who wants to go into a relationship and say, find the G-spot. Let's play the game. Find the G-spot.
No.
And he all in the left side, and it's all on the right side.
That's not it.
Now you mad at him because he can't take hints. Okay?
That's not it.
But you think his G-spot is just him ejaculating, and that's not his G-spot.
Or the other thing is, you get upset because when you first have sex with someone, maybe it doesn't last as long as you thought it would, but you're not giving any direction. Yeah. You just want somebody to find it, and then they're done, and you're like, damn it. Yeah, you mad.
So all of this is why we go back and say, please yourself.
First,
learn about masturbation. Masturbation, despite what the church has tried to shove down your throat, is not a bad thing.
It is not.
Medically, science has proven, especially for men, it's something that actually needs to happen unless you're having sex twice a week, which some of us are not. I mean, I am, but some of us.
So if you want more information about items that can help you reach those heights and find pleasure for men and for women, we have a website, bit.ly/lust, love, and liberation. So please visit. But I think we need to go to the next slide.
Yeah, hold on. Let's get some of this. Let's get some of this thing out. Why do men edge? Is that just a kink? Not really. Again, that goes back to it may pre-ejaculate too early. Okay? Because again, between a certain amount of age, there's not a lot of penis control in that area. And we're already at the height. So it's one of those things where don't take it personal, because y'all are two people that don't really know your bodies at that point in time. And that's why you got to pleasure yourself and find out what's going on. Okay. So what age should men start rubbing it out? Asking for my son.
That's a personal question.
That's a personal.
Yeah, and it depends on them. Like, I'm not going out anybody because we have some anyway, and they do a lot. So
I can tell you my experience. That's all I can say. It's for me. I started rubbing one out because I was scared. So I was like 13. And I didn't do it again because I got scared. And then I didn't do it again until I was like driving at 16 and 17. That's when I really started rubbing it out, because it was just uncontrollable. I'd be at gym class and for nothing. Now I can't D up somebody playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it differs. But if you catch your son doing it, just sit down and have a talk with them. Let them know it's natural, but try to give them some guidance. But there's practically that's a personal thing you have to figure out.
Right. Yeah. And I would start just by talking about your body is normal, right? Yeah. As Sierra says, your anatomy, your body is changing around the age of some people as early as 8. Their bodies start doing different things with their hormones and all of that. So encouraging people to be okay with their bodies and things changing. Yeah. That's where it starts, normalizing these things.
Yeah. Sex is such a taboo subject for many people. They're uncomfortable with talking about it. So couples don't openly communicate, and that causes lacks of sexual fulfillment in a lot of relationships.
J. Cole.
Listen, even in that aspect, sex is so taboo, but actually it's real scientific. And if you look at it from a non-taboo but scientific way, and don't get caught up in what you've been socialized by the church and all this other BS.
That's what it is. Society really gives you a lot of thoughts about what you should and should not be doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, we're talking about kids. Let's be clear. We're talking about 18 years and older, even though we had a question about when someone should rub it out. We're talking about people 18 years and older.
Yeah.
Okay.
18 years and older, probably either just now discovering their sexuality or pretty much in that and swim around and have no directions. We're not talking about no pre-adolescence, adolescence. If you can vote,
Mambla.
Yeah, all that BS.
No, we're not talking about that.
We're not talking about those. Those are terrible things. And if you catch your son and or daughter doing it at that age, that's a subject you need to talk to them about.
As a parent.
As a parent, basically. She said, basically, you should get a rose or any other sex toy.
So please go to bit.ly/lust, love, and liberation. And there are lots of things. If you email me, if you go to the Obsidian Lux Group page, it's theobsidianluxgroup.com, and put in your contact information, I will give you 25% off your first order.
Listen, just go to the link that you see on the screen. Write it down. Go to that link that you see on the screen. We have toys for men and toys for women because men deserve to have toys. All right? Yes. So at the end of the day, because sex and knowing yourself sexually is important, what we are encouraging in our practice in this very moment is that from 18 and above, you should start knowing yourself sexually by yourself.
Yes.
Okay? Before you try to know yourself sexually with somebody else.
Yep.
Because if you don't do it by yourself, with yourself first, and you don't get that down pat, anything else, you're going to be winging it. You're going to be making it up as you go along. And that's not where you want to be. And that's how we come to a lot of the problems that we come to within relationships, within our society, is that they found a lot of people simply just don't know themselves sexually, and they don't figure themselves out until it's way down the line.
Right.
And they've had so many bad sexual experiences that they're just either turned off or they go a different way with it.
Right.
Okay, what we're encouraging you to do is to, at this point, at this time, if you're 18 years or older, right, male or female, start with yourself.
Yep.
Know yourself sexually. Stay with yourself sexually for a while until you got it down pat. And it's going to take a minute for you to get it down pat because there's a lot of stuff that you can do to get it down pat, basically. Okay. I hate that the church teaches masturbation is a sin. Listen, I hate that the church teaches sex and masturbation is a sin, but still molest little boys and have sex with women and have affairs and all the other stuff. They teach all kinds of stuff that they literally go against. The church is a bunch of hypocrites. And I'm saying that out loud as the son of a preacher's kid. Okay. That's why you can't take everything at face value. We're not even telling you to take what we're saying at face value. We're telling you to go check it out because we have checked it out.
Do your research.
Do your research. We're passing information along. Okay. Yep. But know yourself, Emma.
Please.
Know yourself, especially if you want somebody else to know you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want that man and you really want that man to love you and know you in a sexual aspect, you have to give him a roadmap of how to get there.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what you're doing with yourself, Stop expecting him to know. Same thing with men.
Yep, I was going to say he needs to do the same thing. What's a rabbit? Go to
Same
the
thing,
website.
Same thing. Go to the website. Just go to the website. Not sure where he learned that from. You know, as this day and age, what we can say is it ain't hard for them to pick it up.
You have a computer in the palm of your hand all the time.
And you got a phone, and even if you got restrictions on his phone, all of his friends ain't got restrictions on their phone.
There you go.
Okay. So
there's different ways around things.
Different ways around it. You got to, learn to confront it in a healthy way and then go from there. But definitely, if he's over the age of 18, you should try to talk to him and encourage him to explore himself on his own time and have that talk with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So these are some statistics that we want people to understand. So how often do people masturbate? So 40% of men say they masturbate daily, while 22% of women say they do it daily. Weekly, 55% of men and 48% of women.
So what I found about this statistic, okay, which blew my mind, it's the exact opposite of what us men talk about in conversation.
Really?
Yeah. It's the most opposite. Because a lot of men don't sit around and tell other men that they play with themselves. They masturbate.
Okay.
They very rarely do other men tell other men that they got toys, right? Sex toys. It's just not looked upon as a manly subject to talk about with other men, especially men
Okay.
right? Now, it may be different for women. I don't know. But as far as men, what this tells me is we ain't saying what we really want to say in these conversations.
No, not at all.
We are lying to each other.
Yeah, most definitely.
We lie.
Oh, yeah.
We beat that on a regular, daily at 40%.
Almost half.
Daily. That's half of what women do.
Right.
Daily. Okay. I'm going to let that sink in.
So.
Man, learn not to take it personally when your woman discovers that rabbit.
No, don't. That just can help out some things. Lord Jesus.
Go to that website, buy it for her. Hey, baby, I got you a present. Like that.
Yeah.
Buy it for her. Right?
You're a human being just as much as you'd like to think you're a robo penis. You're not.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, these things can enhance so much. And we will definitely get into that when we talk about romantic sexual relationships.
Definitely.
The other thing at the top, masturbation releases neurochemicals like dopamine and oxytocin in your brain, which elevates your mood and makes you feel good emotionally as well as physically.
And in one national study, 95% of men and 89% of women reported that they had masturbated. So according to the national survey, just about everyone has done it. Yeah. Masturbation is a common behavior regardless of regardless of age, sexual orientation, and even relationship status. And many people begin masturbating as teenagers and continue through their lives well into the old age.
Yep.
Now, this last one is something
your favorite.
My favorite. Where do most people masturbate? 90% of the survey participants say they love, I'm just putting that word in there, but they report having masturbated in the shower. Other common locations included on the sofa, in the bed, or in the car. Definitely I can see in the car. Definitely I can see those other places, but definitely in the shower because that ought to be hitting and doing what it do. Okay. But we're doing this again to educate you to see and to let you guys know how common this is. It doesn't have to be taboo. It's a part of learning and dating yourself.
Yep.
Again, all that other stuff we talked about is equally as important. And even though this is kind of taboo and maybe hard to talk about, we have to talk about it because if you miss this aspect, when it's time to be sexual with the person that you think you want to be with, you're not going to know what you're doing because you don't know yourself in this area. Yeah. So this is why we're talking about this. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's amazing.
Okay.
So
That's just the
afterglow.
Oh, that's it. But you know, that's probably where you got that inspiration name from. That's
There
probably
it
where you got
is.
that from.
There it is.
That's probably where you got it from. I ain't gonna say nothing else though.
You're so silly.
All right. So
Next.
get to know yourself.
So here's some deep dive questions. And if you're taking notes, these are some great ones to take down. What do you like or love?
All right. What makes you happy?
Yeah. What do you want out of life?
What do you believe in? Yeah.
What do you value?
What are your strengths and weaknesses?
Oh, what are your perceived weaknesses, areas for growth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are the things you hide from yourself as well as others? Now, that last one is something because a lot of us lie to ourselves. I'm guilty of it. I lie to myself. You know, I've lied to myself plenty of times. When you stop lying to yourself and you're real with yourself, it helps you grow as a person, right?
Right.
That shower is a masturbation aid for women. Listen, Linda. Listen.
Oh, next. Who's next?
Just let yourself play.
Really?
Really awesome, silky smooth.
You don't go to the next one. Crazy.
Oh,
all right. Play more.
Right.
When was the last time you just did something for fun? Right? Just fun. And we talked a little bit about it in trying something new, but it's also like playing. Like, what are your hobbies? What are things that you like to do? Right? I know one of the things that you love to do, babe, which I got to get you back out there. Well, no, I played on one of the things that you love to do for your birthday.
Roller skate?
Yes. Yeah. And he is so good at it. Oh my gosh. I'm out there like, no, I'm okay. I just have to get back into the practice.
Yeah, you went around one time with me.
No, a couple of times with you. What are you talking about? Okay, so now I really got to step my game up.
You went around one time.
So whatever. But what are the things that you do that, you know, whether it's bowling, you like to bowl?
Bowling, golf, roller skating.
Right.
Basketball, trampoline park, even at my grown age.
Yeah. That's fun. That's a day. That is amazing.
They have some real good trampoline parks out here, even that adults have adult time and adult fun on.
Yeah.
So trampoline park, definitely love that.
Go have fun, play. Dude, there was one I sent a couple of ours. There was in Raleigh, the Suds.
Oh, Suds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And so
I even go to the arcade. They have a warehouse arcade here. That after 8:00, it's all adults.
Yeah.
And they serve not alcohol, but they serve what's the
non-alcoholic beer?
No, they serve alcohol, but it's not like it's like spritzer or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot what they call it, but okay. But yeah, you pay one price, you get a wristband, and they got all the arcade games you ever thought about in your lifetime. Cider, that's what it's called.
There it is, hard cider.
And the place that it's called is called Cidercade. Actually, it's called Cidercade. Look it up in Houston. If you're ever in Houston, Texas, Cidercade is a pretty good place to go.
They have Boxcar, which is for adults in Raleigh, Durham area. Right. Shout out to Boxcar.
Yeah. That axe throwing you took them to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that was the best one. The one where you get to tear up stuff that you took them to.
Oh, the Smash Room.
Smash Room. Yeah. If you get a chance to go to a Smash Room. That was
amazing.
Listen, and especially if they freshly set it up and they got a car in that joint. And they give you all types of weapons.
With the bats.
Man, listen, a Smash Room is fun. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I broke the windows out your car.
You can talk all kinds of stuff in a Smash Room.
You can in the Smash Room. See, and that is allowing you to get out frustration, stress, things of that nature. Yeah. And I think because we are, as adults, that sense of wonder, the curiosity, all of that stuff kind of goes out of the window, and we have to be so serious So yeah.
Yeah, I think you should definitely get out and play, get out and swim. I encourage some of my clients. I got one client, who she loves to swim. I tell her to get back in the pool.
Yes.
Some people go to the range. You just like going to the range, shooting guns. I haven't been in a while. I got to go back.
We do.
But it's just stuff that you like to do. Like when we ask our clients, like, what is it you like to do? What is it you do for fun? And they have this Patrick Star staring at the menu moment. Like,
I don't do anything.
And it's like, dang, you just told me about your life as a kid and you used to do all this fun stuff and you don't do that anymore? Like,
right.
It's just, that's crazy. So definitely get out and have some fun by yourself or with some friends. I definitely encourage both.
Yeah.
But definitely get out and do what you need to do, right? Sarah says rage rooms sound like a daily need. Listen, rage rooms are the truth.
They are.
Okay? Rage rooms are the truth.
Love it.
I prefer rage rooms when you're not raging because it's just fun to tear up stuff at random, okay? Unconventional things like archery, sword throwing, skydiving, learning new things is fun.
Yes.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely. Yes. Do it.
Especially archery. My boy Jaco in the chat.
Truth.
Boy got that. I'm telling you.
Truth.
I'm Jaco deadly from at least 50 yards. He don't miss from 50 yards. I'm telling you. Yeah, I go out to eat by myself, but nothing else. I have to work on this.
Yes.
You gotta. Food can't be the only thing.
It's a start, though.
It is a start. Now, how about this? How about you go to the unconventional places that you don't really go eat to try new stuff?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Try a new restaurant that you like. I don't really do sushi, but I'm going to try this.
Yeah. I'm
going to get some cooked piece. I love cooked sushi. I'm sorry.
They got this, I can't do it now, but they have this macaroni place here in Houston or something. They have different baked, different cheese macaroni. It's crazy.
That sounds
I'm talking
amazing.
about macaroni with bacon, macaroni with hamburger meat. It's just macaroni in a bunch of different ways. Right?
Wow.
So you definitely got to get out and do some more when it comes to you.
Yes.
Right? Don't be afraid. You got one life. Get out there and have some fun. Put a smile on your face for you. Okay?
Just Mac near Elgin. Okay.
Just Mac. That's right. Just Mac, right?
Jawan?
Jawan. That's
Jawan
my guy
is on it.
Jawan. If anything about Houston, Jawan,
he gonna know.
He knows.
He probably know what we were talking about.
Yeah, he knows.
He wouldn't know. We're not gonna talk about it.
He knows Houston. That boy knows Houston. I was 40 when I picked up traditional archery. I smashed a lot of things by shooting arrows at it. Got a YouTube channel all about it. Drop that YouTube channel, Jaco. We want to support that. Just Mac near Elgin. Listen, Jawan is a good friend of mine. This guy is a solid guy all the way around. I've been trying to get him out to the house to come kick it, but he does kick it with me at the cigar lounge. He's on the Epic team doing TDR or whatever they got to do.
Got it.
So he's one of my good friends. I met him. But when I say this boy knows Houston, this boy knows Houston.
Every corner.
There are some
so
things.
We can't talk about that place.
Yeah, we can't talk
keep
about
it moving.
He'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, look, Danica might be like,
they
were talking about this.
Danica was
You
close.
Been there? You been there?
Yeah, we can't talk about it because he don't know
exactly. Catherine was too.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Catherine was with it.
Okay.
Catherine was with it.
We got 2 more, I think.
So, but the point is, go out and have fun with yourself. Even though if you like Jawan and you've been in Houston all your life, you tried almost everything, there was something that you used to like doing, right?
Yeah.
Jawan is an avid basketball player. He hurt his ankle. He's probably still in that boot because he's hard-headed. He didn't want to go get it checked out, but he's an avid basketball player.
Can you talk?
I cannot talk.
Okay, good. Keep going.
Jawan is one person I don't want to face on a basketball court. However, basketball is something he likes doing.
Got it.
Okay, so that's something you got to get back to doing. And that's something, among other things, trying places to eat, something you got to get back to doing. So have fun.
Keep promises to yourself, right? Now, some people may say, this kind of dumb. What do you mean? Like, I do what I want to do. Well, actually, we just talked about lying to yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So if you like, you know what? I'm going to stick to this diet. I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to walk and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this for this amount of time, right? That is you having confidence in you when you actually do it, right? So when you say you have confidence in someone, you're basically saying that you trust them in their word to do exactly what they said.
Right.
So when you have self-confidence, that means that you are able to keep your promise. You can stand on your word with yourself.
Right.
So it becomes easier, like when you make plans to go to Just Mac with yourself, and then somebody call and be like, hey, don't you want to go out with us? You can stand on, no, I got plans with me.
I'm chilling.
But maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
But not, not today.
Yeah. And here's the thing. A lot of you are mad when other people break their word on the simplest thing to you, right? You can't stand when they don't come through. You can't stand when they don't follow through. Why is it not the same energy when you make a promise to yourself? When you promise yourself you was going to try for a day, really try to change an attitude, try to change a way of thinking, try to go to the doctor, try to go to have fun, try to go across town to go see a partner. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, when you make such promises to yourself and saying that you're going to do it, you should be equally as having that same energy as if somebody else had broke their promise to you. Making a promise to yourself is always more important than the promises you make to anybody else. The reason being is because when you make a promise to yourself and if you keep it, you're more inclined to have the same respect for somebody else because you simply respect yourself enough to give that promise knowing that you're going to keep it.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We've got the last one.
Healthy boundaries of no are necessary. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. You got to say no.
Yep.
You got to say no. Jacob, I'm going to post that. He posted his YouTube channel. I'm going to post that in a minute. Definitely going to check that out and support that.
Then practice becoming more you every day.
Every day.
So you're learning all of these wonderful things about you and what you like and what you don't like and boundaries you need to set. Put it into practice. It's okay being you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Don't be somebody else. Somebody else is taken.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
Be the quirky, beautiful, exciting, amazing you in full authenticity, right? That's who you are created to be.
Yeah.
You. And the longer that you're not you, the more the world is waiting for you to become you.
Yeah. Because they need that version. They need that version of you to show up because they've had a lot of different versions and they haven't seen you yet. And even though you don't like you, that doesn't mean somebody else won't like you. Right. However, if you get to know you through these processes that we're saying, you'll be able to like yourself and then you'll be able to present your authentic self to you. Okay? So definitely get to know you, become you every day. If somebody doesn't like you, you're not everybody's cup of tea, but you're somebody's favorite drink. Okay?
Say that again, baby.
You're not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. That is okay, but you're somebody's favorite drink.
There it is.
Because they need you to show up. They not even in boyfriend, girlfriend status. They need you as a friend. They need you as a confidant. They need you to somebody else to rely on. They need you to show up in your authentic self because you is what they need. Right?
Yep.
So definitely get better at being you. Definitely get better at loving you. Definitely get better at just basking in your you-ness.
Yeah, in your you-ness. So, of course, there's always fears and barriers. And, babe, I think you just hit them all. Like the fear that maybe somebody won't like you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You don't know because at this point, a lot of people don't even like themselves. And what you don't like is that fake image persona that you presented.
Yeah.
The representative.
Yeah.
The representative.
Yeah.
Yes. So get to know that real place.
Listen, if you don't like you, I bet you 50% of the reason you don't like you is because of what somebody told you about you.
Yep.
Right?
Has nothing to do with you.
Has nothing to do with you. Not all of it. Now, you do recognize you do have own parts of yourself that is complete bull, right? You know you have toxic traits. You know you have bad habits. You know you do things that is not healthy for you on all of the spectrums from mental to physical, right? However, the other half, the other 50% of the part of you that you don't like is because somebody else told you that that's what they don't like about you. So you think it just combines with the other stuff that you already don't like about you. And now you're like, I'm going to just present my representative. Yep. And that's not how we operate in this space. What we're encouraging is authenticity, right? Mm-hmm. If you're authentic with yourself, you can be authentic with anybody else you come across. And they will see this person loves himself. Not that he's conceited or she's conceited, just that they love themselves. They're in tune. I got to find out what it is. I got to have this person around.
Right.
Juwan was one of those guys. He had the boot. I was just like, what's up with the boot, fam? And instantly, bro made a joke. And I was like, I need to see what's up with him because he can make fun and poke fun of himself. Delon was another one. We share affinity for cigars. But the way he talks and the way he has stuff that's going on and his thought process is like, I need to see what's up with him. Jaco, I've been friends with this guy since 2002.
Wow.
And Jaco has been the same, one of the badass bass players that I've ever seen. But when I first met him, he treated me like a person, a man, a human being. And he never deviated from that. So I had to get to know. And there are women out there who are the same way. Dr. Kim, Mr. Chris, who's on here. A lot of people who I've met who've just been their authentic selves, which had me come back and say, that's just it.
We have a caller?
We have a caller? Is that a caller? Who's that?
Yes.
Who is that?
Let's see.
Hold on. We got to put the...
Okay, hold on.
Put it on speaker. No, put it on... Put it on Bluetooth.
Hold on.
Is it on Bluetooth?
Hold on. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Is this the podcast?
Yes, it is. I cannot.
Just put on speaker. That's fine.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I don't know if this is like a God, that. I'm sorry if I get emotional.
It's okay.
It's okay. What's going on?
I don't know if I can do this right now.
Okay. If you can't, do you want to just call me back personally and we can talk one-on-one?
What I can tell you is whatever you feel like you can do, you've already made the right step by making the call. So you're already at the starting line. So I want you to know you're doing exactly good right now, just making that call. That was brave of you to make that call.
Took a lot of courage.
A lot of courage. So you're doing good. You're doing good, and you got to see that for what it is.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm sorry.
No,
there's nothing to be
apologize.
sorry about.
Don't apologize. There's nothing to be sorry about. Is it something that you feel like you want to talk about on the air or off the air?
I'm not real sure. I know that I've been going through some stuff, y'all. I've been dealt the best deck of cards in life.
Okay.
And I'm realizing that I've been struggling with, I guess, being alcoholic, maybe.
Yeah.
If you would like, I can, after the show is over, I will definitely give you a call and we can talk through some things so we can work together on reaching some of the goals to kind of sort out all of the things that you're going through. How does that sound?
I definitely want to push you away.
Right.
If
I
it makes
understand that.
sense. Oh God, I put myself on the TV. I got to turn this off. Holy shit.
So what if you do something that's not natural and lean into the help that you're actually needing and looking for? And what if we take
I
it
mean,
a step at a time?
Yeah.
What if there's no rush? There's no pressure to get the help? What if we just talk about it, right? We don't have to talk about it on the air, but we can talk about it privately, and we can help you through whatever you're facing. And even though you've been dealt a bad deck of cards, we can show you how to play the game so you can still come out on top.
okay, man.
Awesome.
So how about this? How about we give you a call and you just give us a few more moments and we'll give you a call at this number. Is this a good number to call you at?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We won't even ask your name. We'll just hope you pick up. We'll give you a call. We'll tell you it's us so you'll know. And then we'll just talk for a minute. And then we'll see what kind of cards you've been dealt. And we see if we can help you get a better hand. How about that?
That's good, and I appreciate that. And if I know myself, I'm going to end up pushing y'all away. So if you call and I don't answer, I ask that you forgive me. Just give me a little bit of time, but I'm going to try my best to push past what I'm fighting.
It's okay.
The battle that I'm fighting right
It's okay.
now.
It's all right. What we want you to do is to consider another option, right? You've already been brave enough to call in at this point in time. You've been listening to our podcast, which we really appreciate. But you've done something that's so brave and so different already. And I want you to understand that this is your moment of change. You're right here at the starting line by doing something that you was not normally ready to do anyway, which was call and try to talk to somebody about what you're going through. So why don't we try something different this time? Why don't we just say, how about this? How about we say, I'm going to try something different this time? Can you do that?
Absolutely. I need to change.
I want to hear you say, I want to try something different this time. Just so you can, once you verbalize it, it helps you through the process of pushing back and it gives you more of a courage to lean forward. So what I want to hear you say is, I'm going to try something different this time when you guys call.
I'm going to try something different when y'all call.
That's
All right. Look at that.
That's
so
right.
much courage.
Now that is a better hand than you've ever been dealt before.
Yeah.
And you are doing very well to start out. Okay?
I appreciate it.
Of course. We
Of
look
course.
forward to talking to you soon, okay?
All right, y'all.
We can do this.
We'll talk,
All right.
I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's powerful.
That is very powerful.
Yeah. That's powerful.
Thank you all for your support. Look at all of the love in the chat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Super brave. Look at that.
We are serious about helping people.
Yeah.
We really are. And we appreciate the love and support that you guys are giving. I love this. I love this. Yeah.
Shout out to that caller.
Oh,
Super brave. Look at that. Love that
so
caller.
much courage
Love that.
to call
do it,
in.
sis.
Yes, you
Look at
can.
that.
You can.
Look at that.
Yes.
I'm telling you, that's what we just experienced is what we love doing.
Yeah.
And this is why we love doing it. And shout out to that listener who ended up being a caller.
Thank you.
And what I can tell you is that you have done two things. You have started the process of breaking the cycle.
Yes.
Okay. And the way you did that was you decided to call, then you decided to say of your own accord, I'm going to do something different when you guys call me back.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, that lets other people know, especially these people in the chat, that it's okay to be brave.
Yeah.
It's okay to be afraid to step up to that starting line. It's okay to be afraid of disrupting patterns that you're so used to. You don't have to be used to these patterns. You can choose something different simply by saying, I want to do something different.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But inspiration. Okay, show's over. Call it back.
Thank you. Okay, we're doing that.
We definitely will.
Who you all? So we started. This is amazing. We started at the top saying, you know, if you need help on this journey, please don't hesitate to reach out and, you know, choose to speak with us about getting started. So we appreciate, you know, someone actually calling and saying, you know what, I need some help here. I want to talk it out. So you all have been absolutely amazing this evening.
Shout out to everybody that's been in the chat, everybody that tunes in, everybody that likes and shares. Definitely. We appreciate it. Thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to everybody who supports us personally, business-wise, whatever the case may be. We love each and every one of you guys.
Yeah.
And we're always here to help.
Yes.
Anybody that needs our help, like that caller, give us a call on that number that you see at the bottom of your screen, or visit us on the website, okay? www.theobsidianluxgroup.com. It's the same way that it's spelled in the Cash App. If you want to donate to the Cash App. We take everything. Blessings upon blessings. Listen, we had a good time. Had a real moment at the end, but it was beautiful, beautiful. Just like you guys are. Definitely get in love with yourself. Please. Check out my boy Jaco's YouTube channel at the bottom. That boy don't miss. Shout out to Mr. Chris, Mr. DeLon. I got something for you. Y'all don't do too bad in Hawaii. Shout out to Kim, Angel. Man, y'all keep doing it. Juwan, I'm going to see you soon, homie. Stop letting them overwork you.
Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good one. We out of here. Peace.
Bye.